Jason, this is Fast and Furious 8.
8.
You guys, it's onto something. It's got its fingers on some pulse. What is it? What do you think it is that keeps audiences throughout the world coming for it and asking for more and more? What do you think it is?
They get a lot out of these films. They get entertained is what they get. They get their value. They go to the cinema and they get their money's worth. You know, these films are full of memorable set pieces. You've got great drama. You've got, you know, characters that people remember, and it's like they want to follow the next episode that these characters are going through.
Do you think the fact that people can look at these different cast members and see themselves in there, do you think that helps?
Yeah, I do. You know, I think it's a collection of ethnicities that really translates to, you know, people around the world. You know, if you're from the street, these are like your friends are like this. This is what you get, and it's that that's that relationship that people respond to.
Now, when we first see you in this installment,
Yeah.
What's going on with you? What's going on with your character's life? Where is he?
He's all I'm going to tell you is in prison. How's that? And that's it. Yeah, they've banged him up, as they say, back in the UK. Yeah. And without giving too much away, that's where we find him.
Now, there seems to be quite a bit of reversals, like the good guys become the bad guys become the good guys.
You could gather that from the trailer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you saying the trailers are misleading?
Yeah, look, Vin certainly is good gone bad, for sure. And there's nothing misleading about that. And I think it's quite an interesting concept to have. I think, you know, it's a new storyline for the everlasting franchise.
So, is it Dwayne's character that gets you involved again?
You know, I don't want to give things away. You know, we obviously have I have my encounter with Dwayne. I don't know what they put in the trailers or what's out there, but yeah, I mean, I've got to come across all of these people. You know, this is the story of how we intertwine, how Deckard gets involved. It's all to be revealed. Yeah.
And I think the film is also going to be dealing with terrorism, right? Technical terrorism.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the action pieces of the film.
Sure.
What can we look forward to?
You know, people would be feeling shortchanged if they didn't have incredible car sequences, set pieces. I think they just push the boundaries each time. 1 minute you're you know, driving cars from a building to a building, and you just think, what can they possibly do next? They are not going to feel like they didn't get their money's worth from this. It's the car sequences are incredible. I've got a couple of great action pieces that involve certain characters that I will not talk about, but you know, the action's really good. They know what they're doing. They get the right people involved in how to shoot and capture these moments, and you know, we really care about what we're doing, and we get involved, and we get physically involved.
What about actual fight moves? Anything new?
Anything new? I don't think there's the problem about any sort of hand-to-hand sequence. It's never going to be new. It's, you know, it's about the combination of you know, who is. I think it's more about the sequence and where it takes place. You know, a fight on, you know, the back of a truck, a fight in a basement, a fight in a kitchen. They're just different elements of where the combat takes place. And I think the ingenious aspect of it is how to keep it fresh and how to make it memorable, rather than it just be another punch-up. And I think there's a couple of moments in this movie that I don't want to give anything away, but they become quite memorable because of a certain element.
Vin refers to this as a family, as
Yes.
one big family. Do you feel like you're part of the family by now?
I'm the misfit of the family. That's what I am. In or out. I mean, it takes a while to get, to be part of a family. I don't know how I fit into that. I do know how I fit in, but I'm not going to give things away. I'm always trying to protect the integrity of the first viewing for any cinema goer. And I think it's important because people, they don't want to know what it's about before they go see it. Some do, but it's better when you don't know.
What has Fast and Furious done for you personally?
What's it done for me? It gets me to work with people that I like working with. It puts me in a big movie that, making movies is a lot of fun. I come from a world where, you're working on street corners selling jewelry to people. It's a different world. This is a very, it's a very glamorous business, and you get to make these big movies in places that you couldn't imagine, and you get to work with talented people, and you get to share some laughs. This is what the movie industry is, but making The Fast and the Furious is different to making, say, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels with Guy Ritchie, but they both have their appeal. One is made for $250 million and one's made for, under $1 million. They both appeal on different levels. And I think just making a movie in itself it's a good job. My dad was a coal miner. That's a tough job. This ain't digging dirt out of a hole. It's a lot of fun. So there's a lot of enjoyment to be had.